This week we find out the latest from Blue Team as we look at Halo 5 Guardians at EB Expo. Jonny Robot heads into the wilderness for Little Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare, and we step way back in time to chat with Ubisoft about Assassin's Creed Syndicate. This is Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this week let's start things off with a bit of microtransaction news. First up, confirmation that Star Wars Battlefront will not contain any pay-to-play elements. The only way to acquire in-game currencies is by playing the game rather than by throwing in your own real-world money. However, Destiny is singing a different tune. Destiny Year 2 will give gamers the ability to buy in-game emotes with real-world money, with Tess Everest making a return to the tower. It's the first time Bungie has introduced microtransactions like this, and the studio is quick to point out that the emotes are 100% optional, but the word on the street is that the extra money will be used to help pay for Destiny's ongoing support, growing the game beyond vital updates and improvements, and adding in more events, experiences, and features. And completing this little trilogy, Assassin's Creed Syndicate will also feature microtransactions, surprising nobody. This time around, Ubisoft is throwing in paid options to save time and accelerate progress. So, if you don't have the hours required to explore all of the game's version of London, you won't have to miss out on the extra gear and items tucked away in hidden locations. Remember, Syndicate is single player only, so the money you're spending is only going to affect you, but if that's what you want, who are we to judge? Stay tuned for our interview with game director Scott Phillips if you want to know more about Assassin's Creed Syndicate. The Humble Monthly Bundle is a new service from the team that brought you the other Humble Bundles, but this one is a subscription-based service delivering a stack of new games to your inbox every month. You won't know what you're getting until it arrives, and if you miss the first Friday of the month delivery date, you'll miss out entirely. The bundles cost $12 American a month, with 5% going to charity. The first delivery is due on November 6th, but if you sign up today, you will get a free copy of The Legend of Grimrock 2. To hardware news now, and Sony has come right out and said it has no plans for a PlayStation Vita successor. Shuhei Yoshida explained to audiences at EGX that the current trend in handheld gaming is swinging very strongly towards smartphones, so at this stage at least, a Vita 2 has been ruled out. Similarly, the current trend in home consoles is swinging further and further towards the latest hardware, to the point that Sony New Zealand has officially discontinued the PlayStation 3. If you've been meaning to pick up a new PS3 in New Zealand, you should act fast. No new units will be imported into the country, so once stock has run out in stores, there won't be any more. There have been some details dropped this week about the size of one of this holiday's most anticipated games. Crystal Dynamics has claimed that Rise of the Tomb Raider will take you around 20 hours to complete if you stick strictly to the main campaign and don't waste time. If you're anything like me though, that sounds like a horrible way to play. Completing side quests, collecting weapons and abilities, exploring tombs and generally sightseeing around Siberia will take at least double that, says the studio. Square Enix has directly responded to fan criticism over Deus Ex Mankind Divided by scrapping its controversial augmented pre-order plan. The confusing offer saw gamers able to choose their own bonuses from a collection that would unlock over time. On offer were goodies like in-game items, digital books and music, an extra in-game mission, and even the ability to play the game 4 days before its official release, but the way the studio put them out led to some pretty serious frustration. After axing the tiered incentive structure, anyone who pre-orders Deus Ex Mankind Divided or who picks up a Day 1 edition of the game will also take home all of the incentive content when the game launches internationally from February 23, 2016. Another plan that has obviously come about because of fan demand, BioWare is creating a dynamic 3D adventure set in the Mass Effect universe, and this one's in the real world, not just in a game. The Mass Effect interactive experience will be part of California's Great America and will send visitors on a journey to a distant planet where they'll face off against some larger-than-life enemies and check out some awe-inspiring landscapes. From the sounds of things, it seems pretty similar to the Star Tours experience offered by Disney, a 3D motion-simulated ride that never actually leaves the ground, with this one using cutting-edge 3D technology, 4D effects, and a live performer to promise the most lifelike experience ever. Commander Shepard's favourite ride at California's Great America is set to open in 2016. Somehow, it's already October, and if you're in Australia, that means it's a great month to celebrate video games. Things kicked off last weekend with EB Expo, which saw nearly 37,000 visitors head to Sydney from across the country and even across the galaxy. Microsoft was one of the major exhibitors this year, showing off the Forza 6 V8 supercar and a stack of playable games, including Rise of the Tomb Raider and Halo 5 Guardians, with developers from Crystal Dynamics and 343 Industries on hand to chat about their titles, so keep an eye out for them in upcoming episodes. If you still can't get enough gaming down under, a small handful of tickets are still on sale for PAX Australia, held in Melbourne from October 30. 3-day passes have well and truly sold out, but if you act fast, you still might be able to get in for a day or two. And finally this week, more Assassin's Creed movie news. We already knew that Michael Fassbender would be stepping into the lead role, both as modern-day Callum Lynch and his ancestor Aguilar de Algarrobo during the Spanish Inquisition, but now we have 2 more names to add to the cast. Brendan Gleeson, who starred alongside Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt in Age of Tomorrow, has signed up as Fassbender's father in modern times, while veteran actor Jeremy Irons will also play dad to Marion Cotillard's as yet unnamed character. Assassin's Creed hit cinemas next Christmas, but it's believed that filming took place last month in Malta, under the cloak of secrecy that comes with using a fake title. For more information on any of these stories, or for the latest gaming news, head to playerattack.com. But for now, stick around, we've got plenty more still to come.